Hiya, Facebook, YouTube, everybody else. Yeah, today's video is all about my new purchase that I just did. It's a Glock 19 Gen 4 in the 9mm caliber. Yeah. Well, the magazine capacity that I have is 15 rounds, and it's a great pistol. It's you can use it for self-defense, home defense, everyday carry if you want to do it. It's a, it's Glock itself. You can say the name stands for performance, durability, and reliability also on it. This is and that's about it. Why I bought it. That's one of the reasons why I bought it. The sights are polymer. They are vintage. Adjustable also. The action is like the striker fire safe action. There's no other safety on the whole goddamn pistol. So you have to be, a little bit careful if you're not used to with the Glocks before. Okay, it's not like the Beretta or uh, the SIG that have the safety on the slide and stuff like that. So you have to be a little bit careful. Especially in my case, I normally keep my all of my pistols, especially the Glock or any other manufacturer that I have owned. Uh, I keep the bullet in the chamber. That's the way it is. I always kept myself a little bit prepared for the worst of the bad times. So I make sure that everything is rock and rolling. So by the time if something ever bang bang bang, I just need to just point and shoot. But that's just me. Um, and the finish is like a techno with the I think it's called it RTF or something like that. The barrel itself is like a 4 inch or something, and it's a great. The weight is I think is around about 20 ounce or something. Uh, without the bullets, I take it, and this is one of the great quality pistols ever made so far. The style is great. It's more simple. It's not like too many designs on the slide in different places. As you compare it to like the SIG P225 or the Beretta 92 FS or different. If you compare it to the other manufacturers, uh, or Smith& and Wesson. But Glock is fairly it's more simple. It's simply robust. It's kind of like a kind of rough design that is just made for the end user and also for the law enforcement side. You know what I mean? And it's just simply great. It's an everyday carry pistol also. So if you're looking to carry it, you can either take this as a full size one, or you can look for the subcompact one, which is a little bit more smaller and version for that, and it just works great. It's accurate, as you can be. The way you look at it is it's a little bit more expensive if you're looking in the market, and especially in Pakistan. Yeah, it is a costly weapon. Mine one cost me for like 28,000 for the Gen 4 uh, Glock 19. So if you compare it with other different brands like CC75 or something like that, you probably will get something, in the range of 130, 150, something like that. So it's like almost double or more than the double the price that I have to pay. But that's what can you do? That's what you said. It's the Pakistan market. Everybody got their own prices, though the same. This pistol is retail for $500. So if you look at the 500, you're talking about roughly, if you put everything in a round figure, that's a 50,000 piece. But you're not gonna get nowhere near 50,000 or 100,000 or 150 or 200,000. You'll find the range of between from you know 4.5, and something like that. So I found a little bit good deal about it. And the guy was asking for 437, 38, something like that, and he finally gave me, I got it for 428. So it's not too bad, you know what I mean? Uh, One more thing that I'd like to discuss is a lot of people who are used to with different other brands, like to just give the example of the Brevin 92 FS, which is very also one of the popular the models in Pakistan, whether somebody have or have uh, the original, the Beretta 92, or maybe they are going about or have it the clone one, which is the Pakistani made one. Doesn't matter. What I'm talking about is the slide lock. Most of the people are used to the slide lock and they are familiar with it. They are very feel comfortable with it. When you move to the Glock, there is no slide lock. There is no other Glock besides your own finger, which is the index finger that you normally, point the weapon and shoot it with the, press the trigger with the index finger, and that's about it. So you have to be a little bit more careful, when you're using it or when taking out on the range or whatever you're doing with it. You have to be a little bit more careful. And in my case, as I said, all of my bullets, I keep it in the chamber. I keep it locked and loaded and ready for any time, anywhere, in place. But in some other cases, like the people who are not familiar with it, that there's a lock on it or something like that, and if they chamber it and they forget about it, there's a tiny, very fine line between uh, being safe and being stupid. So you have to be a little bit more careful. When you're purchasing something like that, you have to keep that in mind. You have to get used to with a different type of, the handling of the weapon. It is a little bit different compared to other manufacturers, But overall, if you give the rating, I would give the rating 5 stars straight away. Any Glock model, anytime, because they are robust. They just simply works, and you don't have to be an astronaut to figure it out. How this pistol works, and the takedown of the Glock is fairly easy. I'm not gonna say very easy, but it's fairly easy compared to some other uh, pistols like the 1911. I consider is a little bit more harder than uh, you know uh, the other models. And I think the closest one that I can give 5 stars very easily is the Breda. Like the Beretta 92 have one of the most easiest takedown ever. It's simple as that. You press one knob on one side and put the lever down and just slide it off. It's simple as that. You don't need to hold the slide while you take anything off or press the two hinges and all that stuff. It's great. But different manufacturers have different patent technology or patent, safety features or, disassembly features. So that's one of the main reason why you're not going to find the same, disassembly, routine in every other in the weapons. That's one of the main reason why. Otherwise, it will be almost everybody will be using the same features for that. Well, overall, as I said, I have fired around about 150 rounds in it, and I'm not thinking about firing anything more. Um, it's just simply, it's fun to use, no doubt. I'm not saying, but I'd rather keep it and keep it nice and clean most of the time. It is fun to shoot. It is fun to carry, and if you have a Glock, as a carry pistol, I guarantee you, you will feel a lot more safer than compared to carrying any other weapon except Beretta. I'm a big fan of the Beretta also. Okay, so I cannot say anything bad about it. But that's about it, guys. It was a great honor for me to buying. I bought a second purchase from the Glock, family, and I will be thinking about buying another one very soon, hopefully. But that's about it. Thank you very much for your time. Take care of yourself. Bye bye.